There are 35,000 students at NC State University. Some of these students are trying to raise political awareness by getting politician Ron Paul to come and speak at a conference in the spring. Rob Bryan, president of the Young Americans for Liberty chapter, hopes that Ron Paul coming will inspire students to get out and vote.
I really think it's important just because it being an off year and not many people are paying attention to the elections. So I really wanted to get people excited about the elections, and originally he was going to come before November 2nd, but now he'll be coming in the spring. Bringing Dr. Paul on campus seemed like the best thing to do to bring about that awareness, to get people excited about politics.
Derek Spicer, also a member of the Young Americans for Liberty chapter, is hoping it will help students become more politically active and aware.
Well, it's important for students to get politically active mostly because, well, we're the ones who are going to have to deal with the situation that our parents and our grandparents leave behind.
The campaign has thus far been a very successful one. Growing faster in numbers than any other Young Americans for Liberty campaign to date, members are very confident that Ron Paul will come and speak at their annual conference, which is now scheduled to be held in the spring of 2011.
We got over 2,000 NC State students to sign their name and to show interest in bringing Ron Paul to campus. And it's also been very successful because we got other chapters around the state as well as ordinary people around the state very interested in having Ron Paul to come to the campus. So there's literally thousands of people who really want to see Ron Paul to come to campus, and it's been a great success for us so far.
Even students such as Kyle Doss, who are not members of the Young Americans for Liberty chapter, seem to feel it could be beneficial to have Dr. Paul come and speak with the student body in the spring.
I think voting for young people is very important because every vote counts. I think in most instances we, or at least I sometimes believe that, my vote doesn't always count, but we see back in history, that young voters have shaped the way, have done major things. And I think, having, a great politician like Ron Paul come out here and show that, even at our grassroots level, at, the individual, that our vote does count,
Dr. Paul has traveled to various college campuses across the United States already and frequently works closely with the National Young Americans for Liberty organization to help raise political awareness with America's youth. The campaign to book Dr. Paul as a speaker at NC State University has been the fastest growing campaign to date in the Young Americans for Liberty Association.
All right, I think it's great that Young Americans for Liberty are trying to bring someone here to raise awareness about voting. Like I said before, voting is very important to this country, and to raise awareness even in the young people is great. I think bringing Ron Paul here would be a great idea to raise awareness about voting and where we can vote around here. Not many people know, and I'm glad they're campaigning to raise voting awareness.
Students involved in the campaign to bring Dr. Paul to campus to speak in the spring are hoping that a large percentage of the student body will benefit from his visit. For On Campus Reporting, this has been Elise Hegler.